Welcome back to the Korean Health and Wellness Center. This is the next video that we will talk about how you can ask questions in Korean language. This video is basically for Korean people that have been living in other countries and wanted to learn more about their language. So first of all, let's see how you can ask questions in Korean. For what, who, where, which, how much. So in Korean, the question can be asked in different ways depending on the situation. Sometimes the subject comes first and the question comes at the end. So we have subject, verb, object, and the question at the end sometimes in Korean language. So for what, in Korean, you will say manule. For who, matale. Where, pele. Which, pele takale. How, dile. How much, siale or tele. So these are basic questions that you can ask for your daily activities. For example, if you see a Korean, you can ask, what are you doing? The top is in English and the bottom is in Korean. I don't have a Korean script today, sorry about that. So when you want to ask what are you doing in Korean, you can say Nama manule. But if you go word for word from English to Korean, it doesn't make sense. So the correct one is the bottom one. The top one is not. It's not making sense. I just try to order like the question and everything together. But if you're gonna ask a Korean, you need to know how to ask. So usually ne mean you, doing mean ma, what mean manule. So we have subject, verb, and that question at the end in Korean. So if you translate back to English, it's not what are you doing? It becomes you doing what. So what are you doing in Korean is nama manule. Repeat after me. Nama manule. Nama manule. Sometimes we can also ask nama matadule as well, but this is the easy version. Nama manule. And there's more questions in Korean you can ask. I also put the English scripts, but I don't have the Korean script this time. So what are you doing? Nama matadule or nama matale. It can be asked either way. Nama manule, like the earlier one. Nama matale or nama manule, nama matadule. For Korean, if you're a native speaker, they will understand. It doesn't matter which one you use. For the second question, who are you looking for? Ne kwahu matale. Ne kwahu matale. Or we can also ask nahahu matale. Nahahu matale. Nakwahu matale. Nakwahu matale. Nahahu matale. For the third question, where are you going? Nagalepele. 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 Which one you will get like when you're going to the mall or shopping? Nagahi peletakale. Nagahi peletakale. Nagahi peletakale. Which one will you get? Nagahi peletakale. Or which one do you like? You can say Nagwagi peletakale. And then for question number 5, how do you do this? You can ask in Korean. Awe ne tatakai nabamadile. How do you do this? You can say tatakai nabamadile. Takai puamawechale. Takai bamadile. There's a long version, a short version. Tatakai it depends on how you want to ask. But here I have that the kai nabamadile. How do you do this? If you need help with like someone demonstration or showing you something, like maybe if you don't know how to cook, so you can ask, how do you do this? So that kai bamadile. And then for the sixth, how much is this? You can say awei chi ale, awei chi ale, or you can say apui tele, or you can say $le. It depends on the country that you're in, so you have to use the money like it is dollar or it is ja or it is baht. Where are you from? So where is ale, apui tele, you can say that. Where is your bathroom? Where is your bathroom? You can ask where is your bathroom in Korean. Natahalo opele, natahalo opele. Or in some case, some Korean have different dialects and they will use nehipo opele, nehipo opele, natahalo opele. I also forgot to ask her like question like where are you from? Like where are you from can be nehepele, or it can be nehepele. Where are you from? Nehepele. There are so many questions that can be asked in Korean, but you just need to know the basic and you can build the question on your own when you understand how you need to ask question in Korean. There are some more questions in Korean. For example, if you want to ask someone, have you been there before? Have you been there before? You will ask, Nleba penia, Nleba penia. And then for question number 2, do you want to go Needolea, Needolea? Or you can ask Nabathalea, Nabathalea or Needolea. It means the same thing. Native speaker can understand you. And then for the next question, are you hungry? Are you hungry? You can ask Korean, Nehepelobea, Nehepelobea. Or you can ask, do you want rice? In the Korean case, because they always ask, Nabatha omia, Nabatha omia. Like it would mean, do you want rice? The last question, do you want to sleep? To ask a Korean, do you want to sleep? Nabatha milia, Nabatha milia, or it can mean Needomilia. You can ask either way. Do you want to sleep or do you like to sleep? Nabatha milia or Needomilia, it means the same thing. So it's not confusing in Korean. It's very simple, and if you learn Korean, you will love it. Since we already learned about how to ask questions in Korean right now, let's go to the greetings in Korean language. The greeting is very simple in Korean. Good morning in Korean is, so the one to your left is English and the one to your right is Korean, but I don't have Korean script, so I wrote in Koreanglish. Good morning in Korean means Wollewi, Wollewi, Wollewi. Good afternoon means Nilewi, Nilewi. Good evening, Halewi, Halewi, Halewi. Good night, Nalewi, Nalewi. In Korean, usually when we greet, we don't greet each other with how are you, because we never ask like about health. We ask about food. You know how much Korean people love food? They always ask, have you been eating, or do you want anything? That's the first question they will ask you when they see you. But since we live in another country, we can also use the greeting that used in that country. For how are you me, you can ask a Korean, no osua, no osua, no osua. But for a fellow Korean, when they see each other, they will just meet greet each other with have you been eating mean no ota wilia. No ota wilia. No ota wilia. The next one you can also ask in a different way, have you finished eating rice? That's the Korean people most commonly like greeting in Korean. Have you finished eating me? No ami wilia. So in Korean culture, we value like a guest and we like hospitality. So when a guest is visiting you, we ask if the guest is hungry before we ask for how are you doing or asking their name. We usually ask them if they are hungry, we will cook and we will feed them first before we sit down and talk. That's how Korean people treat their guests. So they will ask if you need food or if you have been eating instead of how are you doing in Korean culture. In the next live, I will teach you how you can say goodbye in Korean language. As you can see, I have two sites, one in English and one in Korean, but not in the Korean script. So how do you say see you later in Korean? Ti lo tha le ki. Ti lo tha le ki. Ti lo tha le ki. Come visit again. Come visit again. We can say he ha do no. He ha do no. That's the short version. But for Korean people, they might say he ha udakoya do no. Like come visit me again. Like we can say in a short or long version. Thank you. Thank you. Me we can say tablu or tablu no. Tablu or tablu. There's different way you can say tablu pado. Thank you very much. And the next one is please. Please in Korean, witasu. 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 The next one is sleep well. Sleep well is mimumu. After you say good night, you say mimumu. Mimumu. Take care before you departed at the airport or at a home visit. You can say take care in Korean, gegege or gemumu. Gegege or gemumu. You can say either way, gegege, gegege or gemumu. Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to learn more Korean or learn more about the health and well-being in Korean language, you can also subscribe to this YouTube channel or you can follow me on Facebook at the Korean Health and Wellness Center. Yita kusiblu ba dopwe mu pasa tamala akwayita mu kodina demana pala ame edo malu aro pagnoklo ne awe pala ula tu ko gadir pa mono dopwe le edo malu aro pagnoklo de pa ne to follow we YouTube channel se mit kon ne tu me edo sinya aro ba khata usu kle the corner to subscribe to Gothe, don't to follow your Facebook, the Korean Health and Wellness Center. They would ask no, I give it away or share the Yepakalute mono, away tala Pamaluba de Palacho del Pani, however, share than to ye, Hotaro Pala, Quieta Mudel Pani Sibutu, do you similar to call a palette subscribe at debated panic subscribe at Holler Casunya Siconilla, not Tablunilla.